What are some good first date questions to get to know someone? What's the largest mammal you think you could knock out with a single punch? In an emergency, how many third graders could you fight off? Beyond maybe a dozen, numbers don't really matter because they just get in each other's way. The critical factor is keeping your legs free. If they clump up holding onto your legs, they restrict your movement enough that others can knock you over. After that, you are done for. Also be aware that the longer the fight goes on, the more inevitable it becomes that one kid will get the idea to give you a wedgie, which will immediately be seized as the primary battle tactic by all the other kids from that point on. It won't allow them to win, but it is really distracting and painful. What are some things our parents don't know about you? Removed. I knew this would be a shit show when I didn't see the serious tag lol. The irony of all these hilarious answers is that you could probably use literally any of these questions on a first date and they'd most likely laugh, which by nature makes them good questions to ask even though they're intended to be bad ones. ITT joke answers are meta AF. Will you marry me? Edit. Classic Schmosby. Yes. Why are you gay, using Ugandan accent? Who says I'm gay? Have you ever had a dream that you had to, you could, you do, you wit, you wa, you could do so, you do, you could, you wanted them to do you so much you could do anything? I read this shit like 4 times in a row and each time was more magical than the last. On our first date, my husband and I did a thing where one of us would choose a year G, then we'd both say what we were doing in that year of our lives. It was a great way to get to know each other. I literally don't remember what I was doing this morning. If their name is an uncommon one, make sure you ask what's the correct pronunciation. Literally, the first thing I said to my husband on our first date was, "Hello," followed by a butchered attempt to say his name. He replied, "What did you just call me?" And up until that moment, I had never before felt the urge to jump into the nearby creek in mid-February. LMAO, what's his name though? Which vegetable offends you the most? Kumquats. Favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Specifically blue ones. Which side were you rooting for in WW2? Dating a 90-year-old? Do you have any outstanding warrants? Lol, a bounty hunter that catches bail jumpers with Tinder. I take it you're trying to date and are nervous? Honestly, there's no rule book questions you should really abide to. Just get to talking. Start off with small talk openers like where did you go to school, where do you work, do you like this and that. Eventually you'll get around to talking about hobbies, experiences. You can tater off and then talk about your own experiences and just ping-pong off of each other. Eventually you get a pretty good feel of that person as genuine or fake. That's how most conversation starts sounding natural with a good flow. Of course, if you get somebody that sees you and finds you butt ugly, then you won't get any responses at all. And any questions you ask would lead to no information about them. That's great advice, thank you. We've known each other for a little while now and I just wanted to get some ideas in case the conversation stopped. Definitely nervous though. OkCupid had a really cool blog about statistics from their huge user base. The 3 questions they found were best predictors for compatibility. 1. Do you like scary movies? 2. Have you ever traveled alone in another country? 3. Wouldn't it be fun to chuck it all and live on a sailboat? If you agree on those 3, you're likeliest to succeed. **** edit. Because a lot of people are missing this and it's bumming them out. Let me say again, agreeing on these questions correlates with success. Your answers yes or no do not matter, how well they match your partner's answers does. Also, yes, it is just a correlation, not a hard guarantee. There are millions of happy couples that disagree on all 3. ***. Some other fun bits from that article: if you want to know if your date is religious, ask how they feel about spelling mistakes. Higher tolerance of spelling mistakes correlates strongly with being religious. If you want to know if your date is DTF, ask her if she likes beer. There is a strong correlation between the 2. This sounds interesting. Can you please share the link to the article? What was your first pet's name? What was your second grade teacher's name? What was the make and model of your first car? What is the name of the road you grew up on? What city were you born in? Then read all their emails and DMs. Good way to get to know someone. If you had to choose any 8 characters, numerical, uppercase, lowercase, and special included, what would they be? What do you like doing in your free time? I never asked about people's jobs. I didn't really care how they got their money, I cared how they got their excitement and passion. Joke's on you, my answer is work more. What are some good first date questions to get to know someone? Hypothetically speaking, if you were on a first date with someone and it was going really well, would you want that person to bring up that they are down to eat ass, or would you rather wait till you ask them? Ask them who their favorite Muppet is. If they choose anyone other than Gonzo, explain why they are wrong and then leave. Nah man. Animal for life. Then the rest of Electric Mayhem. Lots of hypothetical situation questions, I find they help you understand how they think and prioritize their lives. E.g., if you could travel anywhere in the world for W month, all expenses paid, where would you go? What would you do? Stuff like this is more fun too, even with just getting to know friends. Fun, open-ended questions that lets them talk about them a bit. Stuff like, what are your political leanings? Are you religious? What is your stance on the Armenian genocide? The what? Why don't you put away your phone? I've been off the market for 20 years. That situation must be unbearable. Does this look infected? Insert sum 41. Your parents are about to be executed. You are given a chance to save only one of them. Which one do you choose? Bonus points if you follow up with what's your favorite ice cream flavor. Considering I only have one living, this is an easy choice. Now one of my most liked things of all time is about my deceased dad. Nice. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss more awesome videos.